JDSB and JDSF products are benchmark products worldwide. We reconcile them through a process called the hot wash, where we compare budgets for a given country with our forecast for that given country. And if anything is out of sync or doesn't look right, we then go into the programs or the budgets to assess where they may be a problem or not. In large countries, for example, the United States, there's very strong correlation between a budget forecast for military equipment and our production forecast. So you'll see the lines won't intersect, but they'll be very close to each other. Other countries, smaller defense budgets, they tend to have much more cyclicality in their purchasing. And while our forecast budget may show a straight line up 3% a year, the production forecast may fluctuate wildly above and below the budget line. And that's commonplace, since most countries don't have significant budgets for defense equipment. The third point is many countries also receive foreign aid. For example, Israel receives several $billions a year worth of defense aid from the United States. And our budget forecast is significantly below on a yearly basis compared to our aircraft forecast, as an example. And that's because their budget does not include the foreign aid component. So in the end, what our customers are getting is a very strong connection between our budget forecasts and our equipment forecasts. And that's something that just doesn't exist anywhere else in the industry. Countries with large budgets tend to have, over a long period of time, they have steadier purchasing practices. They'll buy lots of airplanes or lots of ships and lots of missiles over a longer period of time. And so there's very strong correlation year to year. The United States, Russia, China, the United Kingdom all have fairly substantial defense budgets, very substantial defense budgets. And when you take a look at a chart of, say, the United Kingdom's budget forecast, our JDSB budget forecast, and JDSF forecast for equipment, you'll see there's very close correlation between the two lines. And that means that we're in sync. That means that we talk to each other. There's one thing we want to make sure our customers get from us is quality. And having the two products in sync is very important. Factoring in foreign aid is very, very difficult. We don't have access to many countries' budgets. Budget information from the United States, the United Kingdom, Australia, other nations is quite open and free and detailed. But most nations of the world do not provide detailed budget information. And even when they do, it can be wildly inaccurate from year to year. Foreign aid, in many cases, is not accounted for in some budgets. In others, it is. But there's really no way to tell. However, in a case like Israel, where we see the slide that I provided you, where the budget is substantially below the aircraft delivery line, we know that in the case of Israel, that our foreign aid is not included in their defense budget. It's what we would call a plus-up. Other nations, Venezuela is a good example of a country that receives significant foreign aid from Russia. And there's a case where we actually attempt to include that in their budget forecast. Our budget analysts attempt to do that.